Do you know that in any crime, it is either committed knowingly or unknowingly, or sometimes there is malicious intent from the beginning? However, occasionally, both these factors come together in a case. These days, such horrifying crimes are taking place that just hearing about them can send shivers down anyone's spine. Moreover, the ways to dispose of the evidence after a murder have become equally gruesome acts that seem more like the work of monsters in human form than actual humans. Hello, friends. How are you doing? Today, we are going to talk about the Kavita Grover case. This case begins in the southwestern area of New Delhi, specifically in the Dwarka district under the jurisdiction of the Mohan Garden police station. Here, in a house, lived a family of 3 members. Kavita Grover, 75 years old, her son Manish Grover, and Manish's wife, Megha Grover. This story dates back to 2021. Manish was a property dealer engaged in buying and selling lands, while Megha was a doctor. Kavita, due to her age, stayed at home. The family was financially well off and led a normal life. Now, let's move to the date, the 30th of June 2021. On this day, Manish and Megha traveled to Sirsa in Haryana due to the death of a relative. They left Kavita at home, assuring her they would return in a day or two. On the 3rd of July 2021, Manish and Megha returned to Delhi. Upon reaching their home, they noticed the house was locked, which they found strange. If the house was locked, it meant Kavita was not at home. But where had she gone? They tried to open the lock, but quickly realized that the lock on the door wasn't their regular lock, it was a new one. This raised their suspicion. If Kavita had left, why wouldn't she use the usual lock? Why was there a new one? Manish and Megha tried calling Kavita, but her phone was switched off. Worried, they thought she might have left the key with a neighbor. They visited the nearby houses one by one, checking with neighbors they trusted. However, no one had the key. This raised more questions. Kavita knew her son and daughter-in-law would return soon. Why would she lock the house and leave without informing anyone? And why was there a strange lock on the door? Unable to contact her, they started calling their close relatives to check if she had gone to someone's house. But everyone said they hadn't seen her. Meanwhile, they spoke to neighbors to see if Kavita had mentioned anything before leaving. Hours passed, but they couldn't find any clue about Kavita's whereabouts. Eventually, they decided to deal with the lock situation somehow. The house was entered forcefully. Inside, the situation seemed completely normal. It was a clean, well-organized home with everything in its place. However, a few trolley bags and some of the mother's belongings were missing. This raised a question: could the mother have been upset with her son and daughter-in-law and left the house? On July 3rd, the son contacted the police. He explained the situation, stating that they had gone to visit a relative, and during their absence, the mother disappeared. Her phone was switched off. A missing persons complaint was filed at the Mohan Garden police station. A police team visited the house to conduct a detailed inquiry. They asked the son and daughter-in-law if there had been any arguments or fights with the mother, or if she had a habit of leaving the house without informing them. Although there was no history of such behavior, the son suspected she might have been upset because they didn't take her along. The family checked with all possible relatives where the mother could have gone, but no one had any information about her. The police thoroughly examined the house. Most of the mother's belongings were still there, except for 2 or 3 trolley bags. This raised another question: what could she have taken with her? Oddly, her phone was also missing. If she had taken it, why was it switched off? As the police team searched around, one officer noticed something unusual on the refrigerator. There were stains on the outer surface of its door, stains that resembled dried blood. The officer alerted his seniors, who confirmed that the stains were indeed blood. Hearing this, the son and daughter-in-law became visibly nervous. They insisted that the house was normal and clean when they left. Another peculiar observation was that the house, including the bathroom, was excessively clean, as if someone had thoroughly cleaned it recently. The police called in a forensic team to collect samples of the bloodstains. They also took a blood sample from the son, Manish, for comparison. The lab results confirmed that the blood on the refrigerator belonged to the mother, Kavita. The police then turned to the CCTV cameras installed around the neighborhood. They began analyzing footage from June 30th, the day the son and daughter-in-law left for Sirsa, to July 3rd. On July 1st, Early in the morning at around 6:45 am, footage from a camera positioned near the house revealed something shocking. A man was seen entering the Grover family home. Shortly afterward, another man joined him, and they both exited the house carrying a large, heavy trolley bag. The bag appeared so heavy that they had to drag it across the ground. They left the bag somewhere nearby and returned to the house. Moments later, they came out again with another large bag, which they also dragged outside and placed across the road. Following the men, a woman was seen exiting the Grover family home. 3 individuals were seen on camera, and 3 bags were taken outside. After this, no one was seen entering or leaving the house. It appeared that these individuals locked the house after leaving. The question now was, who were these 3 people? What were they carrying in those bags that seemed so heavy? And where did they go? Among the 3 individuals seen on camera, 2, a man and a woman, appeared somewhat familiar to Manish and Mega. However, the CCTV camera wasn't of high quality, so their faces weren't clearly visible. The police reviewed all the footage up to the time Manish and Mega came home, but Kavita Grover was not seen leaving the house in any of them. The only footage was from the morning of July 1st, where the same 3 individuals were seen taking the bags. On July 7th, Manish and Mega approached the police again. They reported that a neighbor who lived nearby had also been missing for several days, and their phone was switched off. Manish expressed suspicion about these neighbors. Consequently, on July 7th, the police registered an FIR under Epic Section 365. In the meantime, Anil had borrowed some money from his elderly neighbor, Kavita Grover. According to media reports, it was around rupee 1.5 lakh. During questioning, Anil and his wife Tanu revealed that they were looking after Kavita's brother, who was mentally unstable. This is how they developed a good relationship with the Grover family. Anil, at one point, requested Kavita for a loan of rupee 1 lakh, promising to return it soon. Kavita, understanding his situation, lent him the money without any conditions. However, as time passed, Anil failed to repay the loan. Kavita began asking for her money back whenever she saw him. This constant reminder left Anil agitated. On June 30th, 2021, around 11 p.m., Anil, accompanied by his wife Tanu, went to Kavita's house to discuss the loan. Reportedly, Anil tried to justify that the money Kavita had lent should be considered a reward for taking care of her brother. This led to an argument, and Kavita threatened to file a police complaint. Enraged, Anil punched her in the face. She fell and became unconscious, hitting her head and bleeding profusely. Tanu suggested taking Kavita to the hospital, but Anil, overwhelmed with anger, strangled her with a nylon rope until she stopped breathing. Realizing the gravity of their actions, the couple panicked. They found a large trolley bag and stuffed Kavita's body inside. However, the bag was too heavy to move. Inspired by crime shows they often watched on TV, Anil devised a chilling plan. He brought a kitchen knife, took Kavita's body to the bathroom, and began dismembering it. Tanu, initially blaming Anil for everything, later participated in the gruesome act. They placed the body parts into 3 separate bags. In addition to the body, they packed Kavita's belongings, including her ID cards, bank passbook, and jewelry, into the bags. They cleaned the house and bathroom, but missed bloodstains on the refrigerator door. On the morning of July 1st, Anil called a familiar auto driver, loaded the bags, and told the driver they would be picked up later. Near a drain in Najafgarh, they dumped the bags and returned home. The couple decided to stay in Delhi for a few days to avoid suspicion, but eventually fled to Uttarakhand with their children. Before leaving, they pawned Kavita's jewelry in Udhamnagar and used the money to retrieve Tanu's mortgaged ornaments. Police investigations began when Kavita's son and daughter-in-law returned and found her missing. The discovery of bloodstains on the refrigerator and CCTV footage of the couple carrying bags led to the case's breakthrough. 2 bags containing body parts were recovered from the drain, but the 3rd bag was never found. The police arrested Anil and Tanu, recovering the murder weapon, rope, Kavita's documents, and jewelry. Forensic evidence confirmed their involvement, and both were sent to Tihar jail. In 2023, Tanu applied for interim bail, citing her daughter's mental health issues, but the court rejected her plea, given the heinous nature of their crime. This horrifying incident highlights how a simple act of trust and kindness turned into a gruesome tragedy. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.